Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm here waiting for my tour group for the Colosseum. Should be going off any minute. Here with a small group of English speakers, so hopefully things will go smoothly and we'll check in with you.
Let's start with the radius. I'm going to give you a radio and an earpiece to each one of you. So during the tour you can hear my voice. Very good. This is good for you, right? And how many of you? 6. 4, 5. You're welcome. This is one for you. And hello. How many radios for you? 2. 2. Yeah. 1 and another one. And the other one. For
one
you?
for me, yes. 1.
1.
Thank you.
One more. 1 extra. Okay.
All right, so the tour started. We're going to start at the in the Forum, then the Palatine Hills, and then the Colosseum last. Lorenzo is our guide. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to check all my stuff before going in. So I'll have to disconnect my GoPro and then connect everything again. So I'll be back later after we get inside.
Their temples in the city center, very close to other buildings, so to supply the difference.
I don't know if you can hear what the guide is saying. Basically describing the construction of this Roman temple.
Which is a very typical of
Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't mind if you want to jump caps.
You might have to switch to the directional mic. So this is the Court of Justice.
On the left side, we see a little portion of the elevation of the brick perimeter.
Right, so that brick wall is part of the exterior. This frieze basically portrays the rape of the Sabian women. Alright, so this is the entrance of the Court of Justice. This exposed brick was originally covered by marble, so back in the day the brick wasn't visible. Okay, so going back to the marble, you can see at the base of the structure the marble is still present, but above the ground, marble's gone. Alright, this is an original Roman street built 2,000 years ago, the Via Sacra.
It passed the valley of the Forum.
Passed through the valley of the Forum.
East to west.
From east to west.
900 meters.
Alright, so these stones originally didn't have spaces between them, but they were mosaic. They've worn down since, and so the gaps were filled in with cement. But originally there was
green marble. This is a variety of marble.
it was all basalt tiles, and this is the 4th layer. So there's 3 layers beneath this.
The Collins, Faustina.
So this is the temple for Antonino Faustina.
The 3rd dynasty of Roman.
Those columns
Antonini
are made of one solid block of marble each.
Adrian, Antonino Pius, who chose his followers, Marcus Aurelius and Lucio Vero, and then Gaeta. Sorry about that.
This is the remains of a memorial to Julius Caesar.
Hour by hour since the night before. And so we know that Julius Caesar joined this reunion of senators without bodyguards.
So this is the tomb of Julius Caesar, and the circular area here is the crematorium.
The main square. The partition is ancient, but it's not original. Originally, the space of the tomb with the ashes was visible.
So this is the main square. Pedestrian street here.
In 27 before Christ, and he died in 14 after. In the Roman Forum, you admire also the remains of a temple dedicated to the cult of the pagan classic gods. So, for example, at the end of the
now that's a temple. This is pagan temple
over there is
in the back.
the entrance of a temple populated by
This temple is the only one in Rome with Ionic Greek-style columns. So these columns here were standalone columns topped by statues of Roman luminaries.
At the other end of the square.
All right, so we're approaching the Juturna fountain, which was constructed between the first and second centuries AD. All right, this is dedicated to the founding of the aquifer. All right, so this is the Temple of Vesta, or Sanctuary of Vesta, which was guarded by Vestal virgins.
That when the nuns started? That's when nuns started?
So this is the Temple of the Vestal Virgins.
On each pedestal you can read the name of a vestal, Terenzia Flavio, and then you can read the double V max, it's an abbreviation. This abbreviation stands for Vestale Massima, so a vestal higher.
So these are the statues of the primary or the elevated Vestal Virgins. And most of them are missing the heads because in the 5th century AD, Rome was invaded by Vandals, Germanic tribe. And when they sacked the city, they decapitated the heads of most of them, except for this one. And thus, we have the word vandalism today. So here we have the Palatine Hills.
The so-called Domus Tiberiana, because Tiberius was the second Roman emperor, he came immediately after 36. So inside those structures there is a ramp going up to the Palatine. On the left side we find an interesting
You think that building was erected during the time of Tiberius?
Of the ring.
The bells of the church ring at 12 o'clock. We're heading for the Colosseum now. That's our guide with the yellow flag. We gotta hurry up and catch up to the guide. Don't want to get separated, even though he knows me because I'm the only big black man in the group. But still don't want to get separated. Oh, these cobblestones are hard to walk on.
Io l'ho già visto prima, Dice che faccio solo l'accino, mamma.
The arches are numbered to mark the entrances for the visitors.
The marbles were
So we're inside the Colosseum.
recycled to pave the floors of the.
This building was constructed between 70 and 80 AD, so only 10 years to create the whole thing.
Floor in Rome, ancient Roman floor. You can still.
This part is reconstructed. And here you can see the original brick versus the reconstructed brick. This is the fragment of a
And you see that
equestrian sculpture.
cavalier
Very detailed,
dressed in a uniform.
even though you can see the muscles and everything there.
Attached to the uniform is a diagonal instrument. Is the gladius.
The bricks were originally covered with plaster and painted. The guide showed me a reconstruction of the original facade, and I will put a picture of it up momentarily. Simply magnificent. We're heading for the arena now. This is one of the few original stairs of the Colosseum.
Are the steps. You can also try if you want. You're very stiff. Okay? That's why the security system I showed you outside was very important. Imagine if someone
The stairs are very steep.
on the stairs, it was squeezed by.
Now we're entering the arena itself. Here you are on the floor of the arena. Imagine 80,000 people.
Fragments of the original bench. These marble white blocks are fragments of the original seats.
All right, so these white blocks are fragments of the original seats.
Along with the shape method. Look at the inscriptions. Can you see the bright? Oh my God.
These inscriptions here indicate that these are assigned seats for the aristocracy. And the plebeians would be pretty much everywhere else.
There
The arena was not
There used to be benches along where these walls are.
which is so cold. So the dark of the pulleys.
And here
The pulleys were used during the hunting games to carry
are
out
the galleries that were actually under the original floor.
wild beasts.
The original floor in Colosseum was wood. It's long, long
That was
gone.
a spectacular choreography because when the cage arrived at the end of
It
the
had
line,
cages for the wild
moved
animals,
up on the pulley,
spaces
which
for
was
the
stopped
gladiators.
under the level of the stage, and on the
All this
surface
is under,
of the stage,
underneath.
a trapdoor was activated in line
Built
with
a
the
trap
cages
door.
of wild animals.
That could lift
Let me show you
the animals up into the platform, so that, you know, for the games, you know, whether the animals were either attacking each other or used to attack Christians or whatever.
The name of the piece.
This is a reconstruction of the pulleys or the trap door that was used to lift the animals up from the bottom to the gallery floor.
Also a rectangular platform, which is also a little bit external compared to the other sectors. You have to imagine columns and curtains on the top of this block to create a lounge, a sit box. So the emperor can sit. And notice that in the central gallery, lined along the walls, there are also stones. You see the stones down there. Imagine all the stones upside down and rotated. You have the design of a track. Two stones supported a cylindric element, very well lubricated. Along this track, the staff of the Colosseum moved a wagon with a scenery, a scenography. And using the ramps, they were able to install the scenography on the stage. This means that the gladiatorial fights were not performed on a desert stage. Also because a combat of two gladiators on a desert stage is barely visible. And it's also boring because it's just wrestling. So with the scenography, they connected each combat in the program with a storytelling, because of the scenography, very accurate, painted and carved, suggested this storytelling. Published days in advance, so the people who came knew the program. If you go to Pompeii and you walk through the main street of Pompeii, where the houses are perfectly preserved, on the facade you still read the inscriptions announcing the last game in the local amphitheater of Pompeii. So there were professional painters who made advertising and announcements, and probably speakers who entered in the Roman bath, in the public square, in the restaurants, in the taverns, and in all the public space, crying out the program. And when the people was in the Colosseum, there was probably an actor using a mask to amplify the voice who described the games. So the games were presented with a storytelling, with allusion to mythology or reenactment of a famous military triumphs of the Romans, and this was a propaganda for the emperor. And another propaganda message was given by the hunting games, because they're showing wild animals on the stage. The emperors alluded to the extension of the lands conquered by the Romans. The tiger became the symbol of the province in Asia.
All right, so that was the end of the original of the tour, but we're now free to explore the Colosseum on our own. I'm going to do that. There's some stairs going up to the second level, and we'll see what we see from up there. But this tour was very interesting. Once in a lifetime experience. That's all I can say. This film is showing, at least part of this film anyway, is showing what the Colosseum used to look like.
With the gladio behind the shoulder, the fingers are shaking over the audience, displaying his pain. The defeated fighter, he was claiming mercy to the audience. You see that the foot of the winner kept down, the defeated him. And then after that, the referee stopped everything before the audience judged them. The audience judge with the thumb up declared the death. Look at carefully this. Because we're going to speak about it. The canvas. This is nothing to see with the gladiator.
Behold the glory of Rome. Up here on the second level. What a view, what a sight. What a sight. Unbelievable. Simply unbelievable. I want to see Rome. I want to see the Colosseum all my life. And I could die with a smile. All right, well, maybe not. So that was fun. I'm going to have to come back at night or dusk, so to scout out some places where I can shoot when they illuminate the Colosseum and the Forum, because I know there's definitely some dramatic photos available at that time of day. So hope you like what you're seeing. If you want to see more, please give me a like and a subscription. Hit the button that's right down there and leave me a comment. And until the next time I see you, I'll see you. Bye.